Today's episode is brought to you by Card Kingdom, and for a limited time, all pre-orders of $25 or more with a Modern Horizons booster pack or box will get a sheet of stickers featuring not just the Card Kingdom logo, but some of your favorite Modern decks for free. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Budget Magic. So next week, we will start exploring new Modern decks with Modern Horizons in the format, but for this week, we are heading to Standard one more time to play a deck that I'm calling Creeping Zombies. It was originally Zombie Burn, but I ended up cutting some of the burn, no more Sovereign's Bite, but we have Creeping Chill. So Creeping Zombies, basically a graveyardy zombie deck that can also drain people out of the game with the help of Creeping Chill. So as you can see, $90 a paper, 3 ticks on Magic Online, which is basically free. That's like less than a booster pack. It is ridiculously cheap on Moto. So a super sweet price for a super cool deck. A quick reminder before we break down Creeping Zombies for Standard. If you enjoy this deck and you enjoy Budget Magic in general, it would be amazing of you if you take a second, click that subscribe button down at the bottom of your screen. It's a great way to support the channel and the site for free. So let's talk Creeping Zombies, and we're going to start this one off with the creeping part of the deck. So this is the zombie burn part. Basically, Creeping Chill, if we mill it, we drain for 3. We gain 3, our opponent loses 3, and it just so happens that zombies are really good at stocking the graveyard. Zombies kind of want the graveyard full of stuff because a lot of the zombies have graveyard abilities. So Creeping Chill, kind of some extra damage, some reach for the late game that you normally don't have in a burn deck. For example, our 1-drops, we do have Diagraph Ghoul, just is a 2/2 for 1, but we also have Stitcher Supplier, which mills for 3 when it comes into play or when it dies. So if we mill a Creeping Chill, we get to drain our opponent for 3, gets in that extra damage. And Stitcher Supplier also works well with the rest of our zombies. So for example, Graveyard Marshal gives us a 3/2 for 2 that also wants creatures in our graveyard because we can exile them to make more zombies. Eternal Taskmaster can get creatures back from our graveyard when it attacks. And then Lazotep Reaver, our final 2-drop, isn't actually a graveyard synergy card, but it's a zombie that also makes a 1/1 zombie thanks to amass when it comes into play, which makes it really absurd with Death Baron. Death Baron is our zombie lord, pumping all of our zombies and giving them Death Touch to fight through our opponent's blockers, making it really hard for our opponent to just like trade off with our creatures, block our creatures. And so if we could play something like our Lazotep Reaver on turn 2, turn 3 Death Baron, all of a sudden we have 2-powered zombies that are attacking, and that's not even including the potential for 1-drops. And then Midnight Reaper just gives us a card advantage zombie. As we are attacking, creatures are dying to removal, it's drawing us cards, making sure our hand is full while also being a fine creature on its own. So that is the main zombie plan. And then at the top end of our curve, we have our big payoff in Liliana Untouched by Death. And Liliana is really sweet in this deck. It works with our burn plan. With the +1 milling 3 cards, if we mill Creeping Chill, we get to drain. If we mill a zombie, we drain for 2 more. So it's possible that we can be hitting for like 5 damage or 8 damage if we mill really lucky with our Creeping Chills with Liliana. Then it works as a removal spell to keep our opponent's blockers out of the way, and if we get to the late game with a bunch of mana, we can -3 and just recast all the zombies that we've been milling with our Stitcher Supplier, getting into our graveyard. Then all of a sudden we're getting like 2 or 3 or 4 zombies back on the battlefield, and the best ones that are in our graveyard. So Liliana, great finisher for the deck. Otherwise, Drill Bit gives us a Thoughtseize type effect. Since we have an aggressive curve with lots of 1-drops, lots of 2-drops, it's pretty easy for by like turn 2 or turn 3 us to be casting this for 1 mana, stealing a Planeswalker, stealing a Hydroid Crosses, a big creature, and that's the upside over Drill Bit compared to like Duress. Duress, great against Planeswalkers, can get Command the Dreadhorde or whatever, but not going to steal that Hydroid Crosses or a Biogenic Ooze or whatever big creature our opponent might have. And then Spark Harvest, another way to get zombies into our graveyard, so we kind of minimize the drawback of sacking a creature, triggers our Midnight Reaper when we sack something, plus it gets rid of a creature or a Planeswalker, so kind of a nice hedge there, can get rid of annoying creatures and take care of Teferis and Lilianas and all the powerful Planeswalkers in more of the Spark Standard. Mana base wise, mostly simple, 18 Swamps, a couple of Memorial Follies for more graveyard synergies, getting back our best zombies. Cabal Stronghold, a nice late game plan, works really well with Liliana. Sometimes we get up to like 6 Swamps on the battlefield, a Cabal Stronghold or 2, and we can make like 10 or 12 mana in a turn. Then all of a sudden, we can recast a ton of zombies with Liliana's -3. Field of Ruin, just a one-off hedge, ends up getting us a swamp, fine in most matchups. If we run into like mono red, it can be a little annoying because we can't actually kill anything to get a swamp, but in most matchups, it can just turn into a swamp and gives us a way to deal with, like, Search for Escanto once it flips. Sideboard-wise, for aggro, we have a bunch more removals. Spark Harvest, Moment of Craving, Obnixilus's Cruelty. Moment of Craving specifically for aggro decks like Mono Red, Mono White, Obnixilus's Cruelty, snakes, things like Rekindling Phoenix, which you really need to answer for, they just run away with the game. And then Spark Harvest can get Planeswalkers as well. For control, a bunch more discard, Duresses, and more Drill Bits. Sorcerer's Spyglass to shut down Planeswalkers. And then Ashiok is a card that I've kind of been liking in the sideboard. It is really good against Command the Dreadhorde, exiling our opponent's graveyard. Also really good if you run into Phoenix decks, which are kind of becoming a little bit more popular, I think. So the graveyard hate aspect, really nice, against multiple decks that are popular in Standard. And that is Creeping Zombies for more of the Spark Standard. And that's our budget Magic deck for this week. So anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. Let's get to the gameplay, see if the zombies actually have what it takes to compete in Standard. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. Alright, budget Magic time. We are zombie burning in War of the Spark Standard. Okay. We'll keep this. Our Field of Ruins, little questionable, but this is fine. Hopefully we draw Black Source. That's a Black Source. Alright, land and Diagraph Ghoul. Go. Woodland Cemetery, Paradise Druid. Well, go to combat, attack. Opponent takes it. So let's Drill Bit. Take Command the Dreadhorde. Play a Swamp, play Stitcher's Supplier. Yeah, alright, there's Creeping Chill. Hit our opponent. Down to 15. An Explorer creature to go with Wild Growth Walker would be annoying. Hopefully we can avoid that. Tap land. Wild Growth Walker. Opponent, passing. Or we could draw a removal spell. We just milled a Spark Harvest, though. Well, play a Swamp, play Midnight Reaper. Go attacking. Opponent blocks. Drops a 13. We mill some stuff. We draw Lazotep Reaver. Pass the turn. No Explore. Ugh, Branchwalker. Alright. Well, we were hoping to avoid that. Opponent gains some life. Plays a land. Passes. Well, play Graveyard Marshal. Play a land. Play Lazotep Reaver. No attacks. Opponent. Woodland Cemetery. Did they draw into another? Alright, Command the Dreadhorde, steals our stuff, mills a bunch of lands that they didn't want. That's annoying. Huh. That is kind of a bummer. We draw a useless land. Well, go to combat. Attack, attack. Opponent blocks. Unblocks. Blocks. Drops to 11. We get to draw a card. Now, Swamp. Field of Ruin. Get a Swamp. Graveyard Marshal. Pass the turn. Oh, I really wish those 3 lands were on the top of our opponent's deck. The randomness of mill. Well, we're going to keep attacking and hope we draw into something. Land for our opponent. Another Wild Growth Walker. And Creeping Chill. Well, go to combat. Attack, attack, attack. Opponent blocks. Blocks. And blocks. Actually, let's just draw. This is fine. Draw some cards. Death Baron. Diagraph Ghoul. Liliana. Well, play Diagraph Ghoul. Play Death Baron. Play a Swamp. Pass the turn. opponent. Death Touch is a good ability. Gonna stomp this blocking a little bit. Teferi, the Time Raveler, and a post-combat Interplanar Beacon.
Oh, I've done the hero thing.
Bounces Midnight Reaper, draws a card. Well, play a Swamp. Play Midnight Reaper. Go to combat. Attack our opponent. Attack our opponent. Opponent blocks. Drops to 9. Mills some Planeswalkers. Yeah, let's just Creeping Chill. Opponent to 6 past the turn. What did they draw into? That's a question. Land. 1 card in hand passes. I'll play Midnight Reaper. Go to combat. Attack our opponent. Attack our opponent. Opponent blocks. And blocks. And blocks. We'll kill the Wild Growth Walkers. Kill everything. Draw some cards. I'll play a Swamp. Play Death Baron. Lazotep Reaver. Alright, opponent. You need something pretty good. Command the Dreadhorde is not that effective here. We have our opponent's life total low enough that they can't command, and zombies got there. We grounded out and got there. Okay. Well, we know the plan, and now we get to bring in 2 Ashioks. Number 1, another Drill Bit. And maybe Duresses. Do we have to go down Creeping Chills? Maybe we have to cut Creeping Chill this matchup. It makes us much less zombie burn. But I feel like this is just necessary. Yeah, let's try it like that. Missing out on the burn plan, but we need to fight against the Planeswalkers. Creeping Chill, the life gain, isn't as relevant against this deck. Drill Bit's nice, because it can get creatures or Planeswalkers. An upside over Duress. Well, alright. A bit Swamp Heavy, but we got a curve. More Swamp Heavy. Yeah, we were kind of hoping to not draw a Swamp this turn, but bone it. Tap land. More Swamps. Well, go attacking. Yeah, we are Swamps or us over here. Bone it. Untap land. Teferi, Time Raveler.
I know my responsibility.
Bounces, draws. Well, land and Midnight Reaper. Pass the turn. Alright, kills Midnight Reaper. We get to draw a card. Well, with all these swamps, Cabal Stronghold gonna make mana eventually. Another, jeez. Well, land, Midnight Reaper, Diregraph Ghoul. Yeah, this is a lot of lands. 8 lands out of 12. Opponent takes up Teferi.
I'll protect you.
Wild Growth Walker. And there is the Explorer creature. Command the Dreadhorde. Mills it. Huh. Well, play Death Baron. Go to combat. Attack our opponent. Attack our opponent. Blocks. Drops to 16. We draw. Alright. Land, Lazotep Reaver. Pass the turn. Please, no more manas. No more manas. Cashes into Teferi, draws a card. Woodland Cemetery. Massacre Girl, but it doesn't kill anything, which is nice. Ooh, Liliana. I like Liliana. Well, go to combat. Attack, attack. Opponent blocks. Let's Field of Ruin. Blow up Godless Shrine. Take a swamp. Play Liliana. Take up Liliana.
I have a delicious
All of our discard. Okay. Opponent. Jade Light Ranger. Land and command the Dread Horde. Okay. Gain some life. Attacks. Well, we got a block, unfortunately. Yeah, that command the Dread Horde's annoying. Oh boy, another Jade Light Ranger. Alright, this is looking grim. Very grim. Stitcher Supplier. Well, Cabal Stronghold. Add mana. Stitcher Supplier. Mill ourselves. Take down Liliana. Midnight Reaper. Midnight Reaper. Graveyard Marshal. No attacks. Yeah, this command's gonna beat us. We milled our discard. Oh, place Tamio. Alright. Gonna wait on the command.
I think you will find my notes helpful.
Takes up names. Teferi. Hits Teferi. Yup. Mills. Wild Growth Walker, Branch Walker. Yup. Opponent pass. Oh my god, that's a draw. That is a draw and a half. That is our dream draw. Oh, we might win now. Oh, that's insane. Okay. So we will make a bunch of mana. That was such a good draw. Make a bunch of mana. That's exactly what we needed. So make a bunch of mana, make a bunch of mana. Tick up Liliana.
Into the grave with you.
Play Ashiok.
Nightmares are the
Exile your stuff. Graveyard Marshal. Get rid of Death Baron. Graveyard Marshal. Get rid of Diagraph Ghoul. We're just trying to clean the graveyard so our opponent does not have good targets. Alright. Now we will pass the turn. Alright, opponent. Your command is looking a smidge worse. Vraska. Okay. Can kill Ashiok.
I go. I leave bodies in my way.
Kills Ashiok.
Today's your lucky day.
difficult
Sure.
digest.
Takes up.
Let me aid.
We still have one more Ashiok in our deck. Name's Cast Down, whiffs. Opponent. Passing. Well, Graveyard Marshal. Exile Reaver. Untap Liliana. That's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Kill Wild Growth Walker.
Only I am free of death.
Play Liliana. Keep new Liliana.
The etchings prove my immortality.
Kill Jade Light Ranger.
Numbered.
Kill Vraska. Hit our opponent. Opponent blocks. Drops to 14. We draw a couple cards. Play a swamp. And pass the turn. Alright, opponent. Let's see what you got. Takes up Tamio.
I know I noted this somewhere.
I think they need to hit a Massacre Girl on Mordigo. Whiffs. So they can get like Jade Light to Fairy, something like that. But we still have a big board. We can still kill something. We're still not in horrible shape. Command the Dreadhorde. Targets a bunch of stuff. Drops to 1. But gains back a bunch of life. Jade Light. Yup, Jade Light. Sure. We might still be good here. Yup. Sure. Alright, takes up Ashiok, so we Cabal Stronghold. Exile. Make a zombie. Opponent exiles other stuff. Sure.
You failed to entertain me.
Opponent passes. Oh, Ashiok. All right, now we got to do math. Opponent has 4 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Liliana kill Wild Growth Walker.
Did that hurt?
Cabal Stronghold. Death Baron. Stitcher Supplier. Ashiok. Go to combat. Everything at our opponent.
Surrender your agony to me.
And what do you say, opponent? Blocks. Dies. Oh, we got him! Zombie Bird, taking down 5-color Command the Dreadhorde. Our super secret Ashiok sideboard tech doing its thing in that one. That was pretty impressive. Liliana Ashiok coming through. Sweet. Budget magic time. We are playing some Zombie Burn. Zombie Burn in Standard. And we're on the draw, and, well, okay. This hand's actually kind of good. No 1-drop, but 2-drop into Lord into Liliana, hopefully. And there's our 1-drop. Okay, that's even better. Well, we have a nice aggro start. We'll see if our opponent has a sweeper or something. It could all go wrong. But we have a pretty aggressive start to pressure a controlling deck. Yeah, hero. Go to combat. Attack. That's going to be annoying. Opponent takes it. I'll play a swamp. Let's tap Reaver. Well, we're going to play things, we're going to attack with things, and we're going to see what happens. The 1/1s from Hero are going to get annoying. This Cabal Stronghold is interesting. We might be able to get to the point where we can... Alright, there's a Teferi. Opponent.
Right on schedule.
Bounces the token. Passes. Well, play a swamp. We might be able to get to the point where we can, like, Liliana and just replay our graveyard. Play a Death Baron. Yeah, I guess we're going face. We are the aggro. Opponent jumps, takes 2. Untaps. Plays a land. Oh boy. Ugh, that is a lot of heroes. Yup. Yeah, that's not great for us.
This might be a bad idea.
Opponent makes some dorks, goes attacking. I'll play Field of Ruin. Field of Ruin, Godless Shrine. Take a swamp. Play Lazotep Reaver. No attacks. Yeah, double hero is going to make a lot of blockers. Picking up Teferi. Opponent. More Teferis, more tokens. Oh, that is a lot of tokens. Opponent. Gonna bounce our token? Bounces our token. Passes. I'll play a land. Play Liliana.
The etchings prove
Tick
my
up.
point.
We really need to hit a zombie. Okay, there's a zombie.
It's another woman's army.
And then drill bit our opponent. Yikes. Oath of Kaya, Tyrant Scorn, Teferi Elder Spell. Ugh. Yeah, that's not a super realistic hand for us to beat here. Takes up Teferi.
Try this.
They can, like, kill one of our things, make a bunch more tokens, and attack Liliana. Yep. Kills one of our things, makes a bunch more tokens. Everything at Liliana. Are they going to give up their heroes? They are. Alright, well. Double block a hero. Liliana sadly dies.
I'll actually try next time.
Well, play Stitcher Supplier. Well, yeah. This isn't good, but Spark Harvest, Sack Stitcher Supplier. Well, there's a Creeping Chill. Opponent's down to 9, but we are pretty much out of action. If we can somehow mill the rest of our Creeping Chills, we can maybe get the burn kill. Narset
My brow
takes
won't
down
be
Narset. The only thing that's, like, sort of keeping us in it is our opponent. Oh, big Teferi. Is our opponent's. Oh, I was going to say missing land drops, but they're not anymore. We draw another land. All right. Yeah. 3 Planeswalkers going to be too much. Thankfully, we do have some good sideboard cards for this matchup. Double hero is tough. That is tough for us to keep up with. So, opponent's playing Esper midrange. One of the things that makes Esper midrange so challenging is the combination of planeswalkers and creatures. I guess we're going to have to cut Creeping Chills. Go up all the Spark Harvests. Go up the other drill bit. And go up a Duress, I guess, and run it like that. Spark Harvest is nice. It can get a creature or a planeswalker. That is part of what makes the deck so hard to fight, though. Like, you can't just take out all your creature removal and fight the planeswalkers, because then you lose to, like, Hero or Thief of Sanity. But if you don't fight the planeswalkers, then you'll just lose to them. So it makes you fight on a bunch of different axes. So it's hard to just bring in a certain group of sideboard cards and have that swing the matchup against Esper midrange. I think that's actually one of the main reasons that the deck is so good. I would assume it's a lot worse in Best of 1, where you don't have the sideboard action. Alright, we'll play first. Ugh, 0 lands. Okay, I guess we're keeping this, although I'm very much not excited by it. Yeah, land go. Tap land for our opponent. Well, Cabal Stronghold Taskmaster. Go. Land, and there's a hero. Play the land. Go to combat. Attack. Opponent takes it. Field of Ruin, the Black Source. Get a swamp. And drill bit. Wrath, Teferi, Tyrant Scorn. Well, definitely taking Teferi. Ooh, Thought Erasure off the top. That's a pretty solid draw. Takes our Liliana. There's a land. Opponent goes attacking. Well, play Midnight Reaper. Attack. Play a swamp. Pass the turn. Land for our opponent. If they kill the Midnight Reaper, we do get to just get it back with Taskmaster if we don't draw anything. Opponent attacks. No blocks. Well, play Death Baron. Go attacking. This might be like kill Midnight Reaper into Wrath and then try to play a Planeswalker. Opponent blocks. Yeah, kills Midnight Reaper, makes a dork. We draw nothing. Alright, pass the turn. I assume our opponent's got a Wrath this turn. Interesting. Bellhaunt. Let's discard the swamp. Land for our opponent. Attacks. Well, no blocks. Liliana. We want to save that for post-Wrath, so let's get in with Taskmaster. Get back Midnight Reaper. Opponent jumps. I guess we are down to 13, which is a bit of a concern. And our opponent's at 19. Alright, opponent blocks. Untaps. Combat. Yeah, it's in for 5. No blocks. Down to 8. Land. Opponent passes. I'll play Midnight Reaper. Go to combat. Attack, attack. Actually, let's just attack with Taskmaster. Opponent blocks. Well, yeah. Run out Reaver. At least now if our opponent wraths, we're going to refill our hand. And now we have Liliana as a good follow-up. Oh, sweet Mother of Mercy. Okay. That's bad. Opponent gets it. Oh, that is borderline disastrous. Well, play Liliana. Pick up Liliana.
have a deliciously morbid idea.
No attacks. Opponent. Attacks Liliana. No, we'll block. Land. Opponent passes. Well, take down Liliana.
Open the graves.
And let's Midnight Reaper. Taskmaster. Pass the turn. Opponent. Gonna attack Liliana. No blocks.
You're not worth my time.
Opponent plays a land. We draw, Stitcher Supplier. Well, go to combat. Attack. Get back a Death Baron. Play Stitcher Supplier. Pass the turn. Taskmaster's been good here. Grinding out a lot of value. Opponent. No attacks? No attacks. Ooh, Spark Harvest. That makes it easy. Well, let's Spark Harvest. Sack Stitcher Supplier. Kill Bellhaunt. Mill ourselves. Draw a card. Go to combat. Attack. Get back Stitcher Supplier. Hit our opponent. Play Stitcher Supplier. Swamp. Go. Now our opponent probably has to Wrath. Yeah, I've been very impressed with this Taskmaster this game. Taskmaster's been almost single-handedly keeping us in this game. There's the Wrath. So we mill ourselves. Draw 3. Opponent. Hero. And Thought Erasure. Sure. Well, thankfully we got a nice handful of action here. So they can take Liliana, but that doesn't just beat us here. I mean, I think they have to take Liliana. I would be amazed if that wasn't the choice. We are milling ourselves quite a bit. Takes Liliana. Mills a land. Opponent passes. We draw a Swamp. We'll play the Swamp. Add some Stronghold mana. 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, I guess we just hardcast Spark Harvest. Stitcher Supplier. Death Baron. Pass the turn. Land. Opponent passes. Ooh, Drill Bit 2. Well, I guess we do this now. 1, 2, 3. Stronghold mana. Drill Bit our opponent. Land. Death Baron. Go attacking. Opponent. To 1. Do they top deck a Wrath? Opponent untaps. What do they find? Oh, Bellhaunt. That does keep our opponent alive. Actually, it does not. Full price Spark Harvest. Kill Bellhaunt. Go attacking. Oh, and the zombies snuck out the win on that one. All right. That was good. That was pretty good. Can we do it one more time? We managed to dodge Hero going completely off, thankfully. All right. On to game number 3. And, okay. I mean, we got a Duress. Duress is good. It doesn't cleanly stop hero, but tap land for our opponent. Well, swamp. Duress you. Take... Ugh. Take Thought Erasure. This double hero draw. That is how we lost game 1. Oh, and the untap land to play it. Yikes. Well, Swamp and Graveyard Marshal. Pass the turn. Land for our opponent. Escanta. Okay, opponent. Passes. Play Memorial. Go attacking. Opponent takes it to 15. I'm kind of tempted to just kill this hero. This feels weird, but I think it's what we gotta do. Kill the hero. Opponent untaps. Is Kanta doing his Kanti things. Because if they get to go wide with these heroes, it's going to be very difficult for us to go to town with our Liliana. All right, there's a hero. Opponent passes. Man, so many Lilianas. Well, land, Liliana. Take up Liliana.
I value moral.
All right, we did hit a zombie. Opponent is Kanta. Mills a land. Draws a card. Combat. Hits Liliana. Down to 3.
How dare you?
Thought Erasure. Sees a million Lilianas. Mills a land. What do we do? Well, I think our plan is cash in Liliana.
Witness my power.
Play Cabal Stronghold. Play Lazotep Reaver. Graveyard Marshal. Diregraph Ghoul. Opponent kills a Marshal. This means our opponent's going to be able to flip his Kanta, which isn't great. His Kanta, wow, does not mill and flip. That must be a great card. To Fairy. Okay, makes a token.
Trust me. You'll thank me later.
Opponent bounces our token, draws a card. No attacks. I'll play Liliana.
Immortality.
Kill hero.
So sorry to give you a fright.
Pass the turn. Opponent is Kanta. Definitely flipping this time. Mills a land. Transforms. What did they find? Taken up to Fairy.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Opponent. Passes. Well. Take up Liliana. Combat. To Fairy. Yeah, let's just attack to Fairy. Attack to Fairy. Opponent blocks and blocks. Well, play Lazotep Reaver. Pass the turn. I think we're going to hold the swamp. I was debating, but they might hit a Thought Erasure. And then Thought Erasure would be a whiff. Oath of Kaya. Well, that's pretty good. Oath of Kaya kills our Liliana, which is annoying. And we've used almost all of our Lilianas. Takes up Teferi.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Oath of Kaya. Takes down our Liliana.
Boring anyway.
Opponent. Passing. Oh, they did draw it too, but it doesn't do anything. Alright. There's the Thought Erasure. It's a whiff because our hand is dead. Mills a land. Well, gotta get rid of the Teferi. Opponent, unfortunately, gains a bit of life.
I really should have seen that coming.
Swamp, go. Oh, big Teferi. Yeah, that's not good.
Trust me.
The bad news is we don't really have anything good to get from our graveyard. If we had a Lord, that would be great. And we've used so many Lilianas. Opponent plays the land. Untaps. We draw Drill Bit. Well, combat. Everything at Teferi. Opponent gonna gain some life. Teferi goes to 3. Well, we Drill Bit. Yeah, definitely gotta take Lyra. Land, go. Opponent untaps. Teferi's good. We've put up a good fight, but Teferi is one of the more unbeatable feeling planeswalkers since Jace, I think. Opponent draws some cards. Is Kanta's. Oath of Kaya Part 2. Oath of Kaya. Resolves. Well, I think we need to Memorial. Get Graveyard Marshal. Opponent gets to untap. Well, we go to combat. Everything again at Teferi. Opponent gains some life.
Don't make another move.
Play Graveyard Marshal. Play Diregraph Ghoul. Exile Stitcher Supplier. Yep, there goes Graveyard Marshal. Well, let's see what our opponent finds. Opponent untaps. If they have a Wrath, then they have us. They get a Teferi draw. They also have his Kanta activations. We do have a Field of Ruin somewhere. There's his Kanta goes digging. Teferi. Plays Teferi.
You show remorse. I'll show restraint.
Bounces our token, draws a card. Tap land, untaps. Ugh, land. Well. We want to kill both. It's so risky. Oh, that's tough. Yeah. I think they didn't have anything based on, like, the pace of Arena, which sounds weird, but we can't let them untap with Big Teferi. Like, that's the card that is beating us most directly. Opponent's back up to 23.
Here we go.
And we're just very Liliana light. We've used so many Lilianas. Opponent goes digging. Big Teferi. Again. Tap land for some reason. Passes. I'll go to combat. Kill Teferi. I think our opponent's drawn more Teferis than we've drawn. Oh, no. Alright. Yeah. Well, I don't want to scoop early, but I don't think there's any way of coming back from here with another Teferi coming down. I think we're just... Yeah. Opponent's at 25. Yeah, we're done. We fought the good fight, but eventually just... One thing we've learned in War of the Spark Standard is playing like 8 Teferis is very powerful. Well, we fought the good fight against Teferi Tribal, and it came up a bit short. Close. That was close. Much brew about nothing time. We are playing, or budget magic time. We are playing some creeping zombies, and alright, I mean, I guess this hand's fine. We have 2 2-drops and a removal spell. That's a Liliana. That's a good one. Well, let's play Lazatep Reaver. Liliana is about the perfect draw with this hand. That's exactly what we were looking for. Incubation Druid. Well, play a Swamp. Play Graveyard Marshal. Spark Harvest. Sack the token. Kill Incubation Druid. Go attacking. Opponent. Land. And Thrashing Brontodon. I'll play a land. Play Liliana. Take it up.
I have a
Yeah, we hit some zombies. Drain our opponent. Pass the turn. Midnight Reaper is also a decent draw here. Opponent gets in at Liliana. Yep. We will just jump. Forest for our opponent and Beast Whisperer. Well, play a Swamp. Take down Liliana. Play... Play Death Baron. Play Lazatep Reaver. Get in with Graveyard Marshal. Opponent down to 13. Pass the turn. Well, opponent's going to get to start drawing cards. Another Brontodon draws a card. Forest. Incubation Druid. Alright, opponent's drawing lots of cards with this Beast Whisperer. Wow. Alright, we will trade a zombie for a Brontodon. Seems like a good deal. Now what? Yeah, I guess we just take up Liliana.
One person's trash is
Ugh,
another
triple
woman's
land.
army.
Play Midnight Reaper. Play Midnight Reaper. Go attacking. Whew, opponent trades. Okay. Well, we're going to draw a couple cards. Zombie and... Memorial's not bad. We do have some creatures in our graveyard. Huh! Beast Whisperer number 2. I am a little worried about the amount of card draw our opponent has at the moment. Opponent passes. Well, we need to play Death Baron. Play Taskmaster. And opponent scoops it up. The zombies are just too much. Okay. That went pretty well. Our opponent had double Beast Whisperer going, and we were still able to just kind of out-zombie them. That is the power of Liliana Untouched by Death. When it gets going, it's actually a really powerful Planeswalker. Okay, so I think we go down Drill Bits, go up Moment of Cravings, and maybe go down, like a Diagraph Ghoul for a Cruelty, and maybe one Reaver for a Cruelty. We want some more removal. Let's try it like that. Alright, opponent's on the play here for game 2, and yeah, okay. We got a decent zombie curve. Alright, land, Llanowar. Well, land and Diagraph Ghoul. Forest for our opponent, and Cruel Harpooner. Oh, and another Llanowar. Alright. Well, land, Diagraph Ghoul, Stitcher's Supplier. Gonna wait on attacking because trading off gets a lot more valuable once we have Midnight Reaper. Beast Whisper. Well, Cabal Stronghold, Midnight Reaper. No attack. So opponent's gonna get to draw this turn, but then we're definitely killing Beast Whisper. Oh man, another one. Okay. Beast Whisper, land. Opponent passes. Well, Spark Harvest. Sack Stitcher Supplier. Kill Beast Whisper, draw a card. Ugh, mill 3 zombies. Play a swamp. Can we give our opponent one more turn? Yeah, let's play Midnight Reaper. No attacks. Jade Light Ranger. Definitely gonna have to kill Beast Whisper this turn. Frilled Mystic. Opponent's lacking in blue mana. Another forest. Alright, there's a blue source. Okay, band together, kills Midnight Reaper. We draw, Creeping Shell. Ooh, there's Liliana, though. Well, let's play Death Baron. Go to combat, attack, attack. Opponent blocks, opponent blocks. We draw some cards. Alright, this feels awkward, but we gotta kill Beast Whisperer. We're gonna sack Death Baron. Pass the turn. Forest and Immortal Sun. Interesting. Well, play Cabal Stronghold. Add some mana. Add some mana. Play Graveyard Marshal. Play... Actually, let's just activate. Get rid of Stitcher Supplier. Make a zombie. Not being able to use Liliana is kind of annoying. Pass the turn. Opponent draw extra cards. Also annoying. Yeah, Mortal Sun is not great for us. That's a real... Oh my goodness, and a Ugin. Okay. And a Jade Light Ranger. Oh! Opponent's going to town. Frilled Mystic mills it. Hits a blue source. Plays it. Passes. Thankfully, they can't use their Ugin. They kind of played themselves a little bit on that one. Well, add mana. Add mana. We have 9 mana? Well. Alright, let's go to combat. Get him a Graveyard Marshal. Opponent blocks. So make a bunch of mana. Graveyard Marshal. Eat Diagraph Ghoul. Graveyard Marshal. Eat Diagraph Ghoul. Without Liliana, we're not going to be able to get much stuff back from our graveyard anyway. Graveyard Marshal. Eat Graveyard Marshal. Opponent blocks, we draw. We have a handful of creeping chills. Opponent. Untap land, 18. Ugh, there's big old crosses. Yeah, that's not great. And an incubation druid. Yeah, some Mortal Sun's getting us. Taskmaster. Well, 1, 2, 3. Add mana. Add mana. Play Taskmaster. Play Graveyard Marshal. Graveyard Marshal. Eat Graveyard Marshal. And pass the turn. Yeah, can't get in. Opponent drawing extra cards. I forgot how solid Immortal Sun is on the battlefield. It is very powerful. Land for our opponent. Kills our Graveyard Marshal. We draw a card. Yeah, being mono black, we don't really have a way to get this off the battlefield. Adapts Incubation Druid. Carnage Tyrant. Okay. We need a Death Baron, I think. Another Liliana. Play a land. Go to combat. Attack with Taskmaster. Get back Death Baron. Opponent. Blocks. We draw a card. Oh dear. We are drawing all the Lilianas with the Immortal Sun out. That is not ideal. Play Death Baron. Play Distraction Liliana. Pass the turn.
I call, and the dead
Opponent.
answer.
More cards. Extra cards. All the cards. Plays a land. Mass Manipulation. Alright. Yeah, that gets us. Whoo! Immortal Sun! Good lord! Is Immortal Sun a card? Well, based on what we saw in that game, we actually probably need Drill Bits. That might be our most important card. We probably, sadly, have to go down Creeping Chills. And let's go up another Spark Harvest, too. We need to be able to deal with the big things in our opponent's hand. So I think Drill Bit is more important than our burn in this matchup. Alright, we're on the play. Well, we'll keep. Not an insane hand, but it's a reasonable hand. Land and Stitcher Supplier. Mill 3 action cards. Tap land. Well, land Graveyard Marshal. Go attacking. Double Lord is nice. Island for our opponent. Incubation Druid. Well, land Death Baron. Go attacking. Opponent down to 13. Untaps. The pressure's on. Tap land for our opponent. Thrashing Bronzedon. Well, land Death Baron. Go attacking. Wow, trading off with Stitcher Supplier and dropping to 8. We mill some stuff. Pass the turn. Hinterland Harbor. Biogenic Ooze. Yup. Well, play Liliana.
I've conquered death.
Kill Biogenic Ooze.
Only I am free of death.
All attack. And I believe that is Zombie Game. Oh, take that! Tried to steal our zombie.deck. That is zombies at its aggro-iest. No burn spells, just play the zombies, pump the zombies, beat down with the zombies, and it can get the job done. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right, budget magic time. We are playing some zombie burn, creeping zombies. in Standard. This hand's a bit slow, but we have a lot of power once we get going. We could use, like, a 2-drop here would be nice. Forest for our opponent, Land of War. We could definitely use a 2-drop. That is a 2-drop. Alright, Lazadep Reaver, more or less the perfect draw for that situation. Double zombie bodies to go with our Lord, too, which is sweet. Opponent. Land of War Part 2. And Breeding Pool. Well, land, Death Baron. Attack. Opponent down to 16. Drown Catacombs and Hostage Taker. Alright. That is annoying. Opponent gets it and hits us. Well, Death Baron. Go attacking. Opponent down to 12. And now we also get to Drill Bit, which is sweet. Take Hostage Taker. Opponent. Runs out the Death Baron. And the Wild Growth Walker. I'll play Midnight Reaper. Attack, attack. Ooh, opponent trading off. Interesting. Well, definitely killing Wild Growth Walker, so our opponent doesn't get to gain life. We get to draw a card. Ooh, alright. Stitcher's Supply. No. Stitcher's Supplier. Pass the turn. Does our opponent just have to run out a bad Crossus? Oh, no! Oh, boy. That was not the cards we wanted to see off the top of our opponent's deck by any stretch. Well, go to combat. Attack, attack. Opponent blocks. And blocks. We get to draw a couple cards. Mill a bunch of lands. Draw a land. Lazadep Reaver. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, or 5. How do we want to do this? Yeah, let's just play Liliana. Take up Liliana.
Into the grave with you.
We did hit one zombie. Pass the turn. We've milled a lot of lands. Opponent can fire off a pretty big Crossus here. Like a 5/5 Crossus. And draw 2. Yeah, there's a pretty big Crossus. Well, I think we just need to rebuild from our graveyard.
I have mastered death.
So, like, Stitcher Supplier. How do we want to do this? Diregraph Ghoul. Stitcher Supplier. Hit a Creeping Chill. Midnight Reaper. No attacks. Can we find a way to get through these huge Crossuses, though, is the question. That is the biggest question. Because they're just going to keep coming. And our opponent's still at 15. Tyrant Scorn. Yeah, kills our Lord. We get to draw a card. Opponent. Gonna kill Liliana. Yup.
Wipe that smug look off your face.
And Branchwalker into big Liliana. And a tap land. Huh. Well, play Lazadep Reaver. Play Death Baron. Play Memorial. Attack, attack. Opponent had a cast down too? Oh boy. Well, we draw land. Opponent blocks. Drops to 13. But here comes Liliana, and there's another Crosses in hand. I feel like we're just kind of getting outpowered this game. We have the aggressive starts potentially and the burn spells, but our opponent has just some haymaking big top-end stuff. And it looks like that stuff is going to be our issue here. Huge Crosses. Draws 3, gains 3. Plays a land. Opponent gets in. We draw Liliana. 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. I'll play a land. Go to combat. Attack, attack, attack. We got to keep the pressure on. Opponent. How many Creeping Chills do we have left? 1 in hand. 2 in our library. Opponent takes it. Down to 10. I'll play Taskmaster. Play Liliana. Take up Liliana. Well, we hit a zombie. Opponent to 8. Oh, is there any way we can squeeze in these last points of damage? The life gain from Crosses is keeping our opponent alive. Oh, so close. Opponent, what do you got? Ugin the Ineffable. Okay. Kills Liliana. And Wild Growth Walker. And a land. Last card's Liliana. Opponent passes. So if we attack with everything. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll get in for 2. Is that our only line? Ugin's going to tick up. Well, play a land. Go to combat. All attack our opponent. Get back Stitcher's Supplier. I think we're all in on milling Creeping Chills. Opponent blocks and blocks. And blocks. And blocks. Come on, Creeping Chills. We need 1. We need 1 milled. Stitcher Supplier. Creeping Chill. Oh, we got there. We got there. Yes. Down to 3. Creeping Chill. And the bird comes through. Oh, whoa. Wow, through double Crosses. Oh, okay. That was pretty impressive. Our opponent resolved multiple Crosses in Ugin and grew a big Wild Growth Walker at one point. Gained, what, 6 from a Wild Growth Walker? So he probably gained 10 life that turn. And our burn came through. Our Creepy Chills. Getting the job done. Okay. Well, against this deck, we're going to go up the rest of the Spark Harvests, I think. And go up a drill bit. Go down 1 Diagraph Ghoul, a Creeping Chill, and I guess 1 Reaver. Try it like that. All right, opponent's on the play for game number 2. Okay. I mean, yeah. Seems like a reasonable hand. Hopefully our opponent's start isn't too fast. Opponent. Tap land. Well, tap land, go. Hinterland Arbor. There's Wild Growth Walker. Well, land Taskmaster. All right, no Jade Lights. No Jade Lights, please. Let's avoid the Jade Lights. That would be helpful. Cemetery. Jade Light. Gain 6 into another Jade Light. Oh, dear. Wow, mills it. Mills it. Wow. Mills a bunch of Jade Lights. Opponent must be desperate for lands, because Jade Light seems great. Opponent gets in. We play a Swamp. Alright, play Stitcher's Supplier. Mill ourselves. Spark Harvest. Kill Wild Growth Walker. Sack Stitcher's Supplier. Mill ourselves. And no attacks. About it. Looking at our graveyard. We did mill a lot of good cards. A lot of zombies. Opponent's gotta be desperate for lands. If you have lands, those Jade Lights with a Wild Growth Walker seem great. Another Wild Growth. And a land. And opponent. Passes. Well, play Midnight Reaper. Play a Swamp. No attacks. Hostage Taker would be pretty bad. Well, maybe they're not desperate for lands. I wonder why they milled those Jade Lights. Alright, cross this to draw 1. Opponent passes. Well, play Death Baron. Play Diregraph Ghoul. Get in with Taskmaster. Opponent. Going to block. Alright, we get to draw a card. Pass the turn. 6 mana Planeswalkers. Ugh, Liliana. Yup.
This isn't your average zombie.
Makes a zombie.
Rise and shine.
Opponent passes. Ooh, Spark Harvest. Well, Spark Harvest. Kill Liliana. Sack Diregraph Ghoul. Draw a card.
Death won't come.
Play a Swamp. Play Death Baron. Do we want to attack? No attacks. Pass the turn. Well, we survived Liliana number 1. That's something. With fairly minimal damage. A single zombie. We know our opponent has a bunch of powerful stuff at 6 mana, though. Crosses, Ugins, Lilianas. Untap land. Crosses number 2. This time is a 5/5. Wow, and our opponent gets in. Alright. Play a land. Go to combat. Attack. Opponent takes it. Play Graveyard Marshal. Yeah, play Liliana.
Let's have some fun.
Kill the 3/3 crosses.
Scared.
Pass the turn. What does our opponent have? Alright, kills Liliana. We get a Swamp. Untap land. Ugh, Finality. Alright, well, we get to draw 4, but we have to draw across this answer or we die. Ugh, all lands, crosses, in. Okay, well, those were not the cards we were hoping for on top of our deck. Okay. Well, run it back. We're on the play for Game 3. On the play for Game 3 means we might be able to sneak out an aggro win here before our opponent gets to their big stuff if we have the right draw. All right, we're going to keep this. Our mana is clunky. That is for sure. But we do have a drill bet. And starting on turn 2, we get to start making zombies. Like, with one more black source, this hand is actually pretty good. The tap land and the colorless land are, not ideal, but Memorial go. Tap land for our opponent. Well, land and Lazotep Reaper. Pass the turn. Branchwalker. Into Unmoored Ego, mills it. Well, play a land, play Death Baron, go attacking. Alright, opponent trades off. Drops to 16. Unmoored Ego doesn't seem great against us. Branchwalker Part 2. Hits a land. Ooh, we draw a land. Well, play a land, play Liliana. Liliana.
The etchings prove my immortality.
Kill Branchwalker. Go attacking. Opponent down to 12. This is the aggro plan we were hoping for. What do you got, opponent? This was the aggro plan. What do you got, opponent? What do you got? Come on, zombies. We still have some creepy chills in our deck for Liliana to hit too, for the burn plan. And I'm excited for this drill bit. Seems very helpful here. Opponent. Passing? Okay. Well, take up Liliana.
Well, they aren't useful to me alive.
Whiff. Play Midnight Reaper. Go to combat. Attack. Kills Midnight Reaper. We draw a card. Opponent to 8. Well, yeah. Let's play it safe. Drill bit you. Crossus, Faraska's Contempt. Yeah, take Faraska's Contempt. Opponent really needs a land. Branchwalker, sure. Finale of Eternity. That's a little ways away from being good. Opponent passes. We draw a swamp. So we get to Liliana. Actually, let's play it a little safer. Play Diagraph Ghoul. Play Eternal Taskmaster. Liliana. Kill Branchwalker.
Oh, they're overwhelming, aren't they?
Go attacking. Opponent. Down to 4. Play the swamp, pass the turn, and I'm not seeing a way out. Opponent a little stumbly on the mana, and we are a little aggressive. Play across this, you still die, and I think that is Zombie Burn. Or Creeping Zombies. Coming through against the deck with a lot of raw power. And we got the GGs, we will GG back. And yeah, taking advantage of the little stumble and sneaking in for the zombie win. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, budget magic time. We are playing some Creeping Zombies, I think we're going with. Creeping Zombies in Standard, and all right, hopefully we don't draw any more lands, but 1-drop, 3-drop, Creeping chip. Oh my god. All right, well, freebie. The old Arena Scoop. And okay, rank it up. All right, we're not gonna count that as a actual game. We're just gonna start again. All right, let's try again. Okay. Well, yeah, records are great. Arena. All right, against Joseph Smith. Let's do it. We are on the draw this match, and yeah, this is, I guess, fitting. This was almost exactly the hand we had when our opponent scooped the game. Except 2-drop, 3-drop, Creeping Chill. Opponent, oh boy, Sultai. Well, land and Lazotep Reaver. Hopefully our opponent doesn't follow this up with a big Explorer creature. That would be less than ideal. Another Wild Growth Walker. And a tap land. Ooh. We got a drill bit. I would like to play Death Baron, but we can't let them play. Oh, they have 2 Jade Light Rangers. Oh, no. Okay, well, yeah. That's bad news. Double Jade Light Ranger. Ugh. Branchwalker. Mills it. Branchwalker. Mills it. Wild Growth Walkers. Massive. And attacking. Yeah, no blocks. Down to 14. Play Stitcher's Supplier. Haha, Creeping Chill you. Play Cabal Stronghold and Death Baron. No attacks. This probably keeps our opponent from attacking. Oh, another land. That's not good. Llanowar Elves. Alright. That means Nissa is probably incoming next turn. Play a Swamp. Play Midnight Reaper. Attack. Actually, no. No attacks. Yeah, this Nissa. Yeah. I think we're just in trouble. Nissa, sure. How do we get out of this? Untaps a land. Now they get to cast a... Oh my god, an upper edge fucker! Oh boy. Yup. Yeah, we're done for. Another land. Well, go to combat. Everything at Nissa. I mean, we're just done for in multiple ways, but... opponent. Yeah, Wild Growth Walker into Jade Light is a good start against our deck. Blocks Stitcher's Supplier. Blocks Midnight Reaper. We draw a couple cards. Mill ourselves of our action. Stitcher's Supplier, Midnight Reaper. Well, play Stitcher's Supplier. Play a land, play Midnight Reaper. I mean, we're running out a lot of zombies, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They can cross this for 8? Crosses for 8 is a lot of life and a lot of cards, and a lot of us being in trouble. Yeah. The big Crossarino. An opponent's also at 36. Everything about this is bad. Opponent. Passes. I'll play Field of Ruin. Play Death Baron. Nissa, and Nissa. Alright, opponent just lets it die. Well, Creeping Chill you. Opponent probably just drew another Nissa. Yup. Nissa turns on. Oh my god! Into Ugin. Opponent kills Death Baron. We draw land. Plays a land. We take 1,000,000. Alright, we got a 33 on this turn. Spark Harvest. Oh, that would have been sweet earlier. Play a Swamp. I'm not sure there's a way we do this. Spark Harvest. Kill Crossus. Actually, can we play defensively? We can kill this. Kill this. Block, block. Oh, we can't do everything, can we? Alright. Go to combat. Kill Nissa.
Fight on without me.
Spark Harvest. Kill Crossus, sack Stitcher's Supplier. Mill ourselves. Hit a Creeping Chill. Draw something good, please. Swamp. Block, block, block. Die. Alright. Yeah. Well, double Wild Growth Walker, that's asking a lot. Double Wild Growth Walker and a Jade Light Ranger. That's a start that beats a lot of decks, not just ours. So, bring in the rest of the Spark Harvest. Bring in another Drill Bit. Go down. Probably got to cut Creeping Chills in this matchup. And also bring in, I guess Obnixilus's Cruelty, run it like that. We got to be able to deal with those early creatures. And then hopefully pick the 6-drops out of the hand with Drill Bit. The Ugins and Nissas and Crossuses. Cross-Eye, I guess. Alright, we're on the play. A lot of power, but not many lands. Alright. Not as much power, and still not many lands, but... Alright. Stitcher Spire, go. Well, there goes our lands. Stitcher Supplier. Cruel. It is cruel. Cabal Stronghold, go. Opponent down to 19. Gotcha. Opponent. Oh, play Field of Ruin. Whoa, what is happening? Oh, I see. Field of Ruin, a land. Get a swamp. Stitcher Supplier, part 2. Wow, opponent just kills a Stitcher Supplier, sure. Alright, mill 3 good cards. Mill some stuff. Pass the turn. Untap land and Jade Light Ranger. Yup. Land and Wild Growth Walker. Well, Midnight Reaper. Pass the turn. Land for our opponent. There's Wild Growth Walker. Alright, well, we will block and draw a card. Just kidding. Cast down part 2. Well, if our opponent can follow this up with... If our opponent can follow this up with Nissa, we're in pretty rough shape. Opponent. Combat. Attacks. Down to 15. Tamiyo. Well, kill Wild Growth Walker.
I would like to test a new hypothesis with you. To the library.
Take it up for Jade Light. Misses. Plays a land. Well, Memorial number 2. Diagraph Ghoul, Spark Harvest. Kill Tamiyo. Yeah,
Stand for such
I think they got us on this one. Opponent. Thinking it over. Liliana, not that exciting on an empty board. Tamiyo part 2. Ugh.
I would like to ask about any lunar anomalies.
Yeah, this deck feels like a tricky matchup.
Your tail should be discarded.
Gets Command the Dread Horde. Oh boy. To get back a bunch of our zombies? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And there's not much we can do about that, is there? Alright. Sure. Swap, Liliana.
I've conquered death.
Take down. Stitcher Supplier. Stitcher Supplier. Alright, opponent. Enjoy your zombie tribal deck. Oh, dear. Command the Dread Horde. I wonder if we could actually play Command the Dread
I
Horde.
think you will find my notes helpful.
Nissa milled and Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. Do they have a land? They must have a land, or they would have Tammioed for a land. Opponent attacks Liliana. Sure.
Wipe that smug look off your face.
Wild Growth Walker. Llanowar Elves. Spark Harvest. Alright. They have us here. There's not anything we can draw. Alright. Yeah. Well, that game, we just kind of got outpowered. Our opponent just had, oh boy, just a lot of raw power. And, yeah, sometimes just playing powerful things, that's what Sultai does. It doesn't have a ton of synergy. I guess the Explorer package is synergy, but it just is very high in terms of raw power. And you can win a lot of games just by playing really powerful cards. So, what do we learn this week about creeping zombies in Standard? And overall, the deck worked pretty well. We ended up 3-2, taking down Command the Red Horde, taking down Simic Yoink, beating Sultai midrange, but we did lose to Esper midrange in a really tough 3-game match, and also to a Sultai Command the Red Horde midrange deck, and really, the decks we lost to, they're decks that are just really high in raw power, and that's something that happens in War of the Spark Standard. There are a lot of cards that are just really strong in a vacuum. Hydroid Crosses and Teferis and even like Command the Red Horde. So sometimes our plan of like playing aggressive zombies, finishing off the game with bird spells, sometimes we just kind of get bodied by decks that can just play really strong things. Just Ramp Spell, Crosses, Teferi, Liliana, Ugin, and we're like, yeah, our zombies are cute and they're good, but they're not really going to keep up with that. So that was kind of how it mostly broke down, but still, I was pretty impressed with the performance of the zombie deck. Creeping Chill was interesting. We had games where it was insane. We had games that we won because of it, that we would not have won otherwise, where our main plan was like Stitcher Supplier to mill us and have Stitcher Supplier die, mill us, hope we had a Creeping Chill. So we did win games that we otherwise wouldn't have won. On the other hand, we played a lot of mid-range and control decks and didn't play too much against aggro. And Creeping Chill against mid-range and control, it varies in value. We sideboard it out sometimes just to have like more removal, more duresses, because if your opponent's playing Teferis and all that, they don't often care that much about 3 points of damage. The battle is more about keeping the planeswalkers and the big spells off the battlefield. So I think it was a little hit or miss, but our sample was also strange where we played essentially exclusively mid-range and control. We didn't play mono white, we didn't really play mono red, we didn't run into those aggro decks. So all in all, I think Creeping Zombies is actually pretty sweet. Eternal Mass, Taskmaster, and Lazotep Reaver, really big new additions for the tribe. Both of them are very good 2-drops and a huge boost in power, and then because we have these other good zombies, all of a sudden Liliana is really powerful. And Liliana, again, it's kind of a weird planeswalker. If we don't have a board, it's not that great, especially if our opponent does have a board, but it offers a ton of upside. It's like a double removal spell to force through damage, a way to reanimate our zombies with a -3, so there is a lot of upside there, and it's very cute with Creeping Chill as well. It's a way to mill over Creeping Chills, get even more damage. So all around, I think that Creeping Zombies is a pretty decent budget deck, especially when you consider 3 ticks on Magic Online. That is like dirt cheap. In paper, the main cost is Liliana. On Magic Arena, not super cheap. There's 4 mythics, and then unfortunately a lot of the good zombies happen to be rares. Midnight Reaper, Death Baron, Graveyard Marshal. Those are kind of more or less uncuttable. The upside is you don't need to spend a lot of money on the mana base, and overall the deck comes in at, I think, 12 rares and 4 mythics in the main deck, which is not dirt cheap, but that puts it about 16 total higher rarity wildcards. I guess there are a couple of Cabal Strongholds, but you could play without the Cabal Strongholds if you needed to. So not expensive, but not dirt cheap as well. And thankfully the sideboard doesn't add much to that. So the price is right. The deck is pretty effective. If you like tribal strategies, like going aggro, but are sick of mono red, mono white, seems like a pretty decent budget option for War of the Spark Standard. So anyway, that's been our budget magic for this week. Creeping Zombies. Thank you so much for watching. Next week, we will start exploring Modern Horizons. So keep it out for that. Until then, have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.